Today I follow up studying on ancient Rome. The Roman Republic. According to Wikipedia, by the end of the 6th century, Rome and many of its Italian neighbors entered a period of turbulence. Archaeological evidence implies some degree of large-scale warfare. Many neighboring cities in Etruria also shifted to non-monarchical institutions. While Roman traditions believe that the overthrow of the Roman monarchy inaugurated a new and concrete republic, it is implausible the transition could have been so sharp. The Romans believed that from the birth of the republic, they established a two-man magistracy taking over the king's powers, the consulship. These magistrates had short one-year terms and held office with colleagues that could check each other's actions. The prevalence in both Rome and other cities at this time of replacing monarchs with elected officials suggests that Italian aristocratic families never became fully reconciled to the rule of one man. Through the following centuries, the Romans experimented with different offices and constitutional regimes before settling on the two consuls in the 4th century BC. According to tradition and later writers such as Livy, the Roman Republic was established c. 509 BC, when the last of the 7 kings of Rome, Tarquin the Proud, was deposed by Lucius Junius Brutus, and a system based on annually elected magistrates and various representative assemblies was established. A constitution set a series of checks and balances, and a separation of powers. The most important magistrates were the two consuls, who together exercised executive authorities such as imperium, or military command. The consuls had to work with the Senate, which was initially an advisory council of the ranking nobility, or patricians, but grew in size and power. Other magistrates of the Republic include tribunes, quaestors, aediles, praetors and censors. The magistracies were originally restricted to patricians, but were later open to common people, or plebeians. Republican voting assemblies included the Comitia Centuriata, Centuriate Assembly, which voted on matters of war and peace and elected men to the most important offices, and the Comitia Tributa, Tribal Assembly, which elected less important offices. In the 4th century BC, Rome had come under attack by the Gauls, who now extended their power in the Italian peninsula beyond the Po Valley and through Etruria. On 16th of July 390 BC, a Gallic army under the leadership of tribal chieftain Brennus, met the Romans on the banks of the Allia River 10 miles north of Rome. Brennus defeated the Romans, and the Gauls marched to Rome. Most Romans had fled the city, but some barricaded themselves upon the Capitoline Hill for a last stand. The Gauls looted and burned the city, then laid siege to the Capitoline Hill. The siege lasted 7 months. The Gauls then agreed to give the Romans peace in exchange for 1,000 pounds of gold. According to later legend, the Romans supervising the weighing noticed that the Gauls were using false scales. The Romans then took up arms and defeated the Gauls. Their victorious general Camillus remarked, "With iron, not with gold, Rome buys her freedom." The Romans gradually subdued the other peoples on the Italian peninsula, including the Etruscans. The last threat to Roman hegemony in Italy came when Tarentum, a major Greek colony, enlisted the aid of Pyrrhus of Epirus in 281 BC, but this effort failed as well. The Romans secured their conquest by founding Roman colonies in strategic areas, thereby establishing stable control over the region of Italy they had conquered.